Hey there, Tanika here with Let Fit Happen. Thank you for joining me for Flex Flow. Today's yoga-inspired flexibility and stretching session will be about 12 minutes long. We're going to do a series of stretches one time through. All the stretches today are standing, so you do not need your mat. Let's go ahead and get started. So as usual, we're going to start with just a short little warm-up. Just getting the blood flowing a little bit, warming up the body just a little bit before we get into our stretches today. So throughout our stretching session, you want to make sure to keep your shoulders down out of your ears and keep your core nice and tight. Even when we're stretching, we still always want to protect our low back. We're taking nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. And during this 12-minute stretching session, it's a great time to really pay attention to your body. Pay attention to how your muscles are feeling and if there are areas where you might need to do a little deeper stretching. In 3, 2, and 1. Start with a couple salutations, sun salutations. So we're going to bring the arms up overhead, reaching toward the sky, and then with a little bit of resistance, bring the hands down in front of the heart. 2 more times. So imagine that you're gathering up all this great energy and then bringing it down into your heart center. 1 more time. Nice deep breath, reaching up and bringing all that good energy right into our heart center. So our first stretch today, again, we're going to reach up toward the sky, clasp the hands, and we're going to bend up and over to one side. So your shoulders are down out of the ears, your core is nice and tight. You're just reaching up and over to the side. Imagine your back is against the wall, just bending toward the side, not forward or back. Breathe into the stretch. Go to the extent that feels good for you today. Let your body just relax. Let's change sides and stretch out the other side now. So taking nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Shoulders are down. Just go into your own extent. Feels so nice to stretch out the side of our body. All right, we're going to bring that back up. Now we're going to move to a 4-point stretch. So we're going to extend the arms out to the front, bend the upper back slightly, opening up the shoulder blades, bring the arms out to the side, really opening up the chest, then bring the hands behind the head, and then rotate down so that the hands are going just behind the back. So you're going to flow through this at your own pace, opening up, hands behind the head, hands behind the back. You can stop for a couple of moments in each position. Really feel the stretch. You're still keeping your shoulders down out of the ears and keeping your core nice and tight. So we're opening up the back, opening up the chest, opening up the shoulders, rotating the shoulders. A great exercise for increasing your shoulder mobility. Nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through the back, out through the mouth. Really feel your muscles opening up, stretching. All right, now we're going to move to a chair pose with a pelvic tilt. So a chair pose is basically yoga speak for a high squat. So we're in a high squat. You don't need to go down very low. You want a nice neutral spine, so you're not arching your back. Nice neutral spine. And then in this position, just going to tilt the pelvic, the hips forward. It's just a small motion. Just want to tilt forward and bring back to neutral, not arching the back. It's a great exercise for really opening up the muscles of the lower back here. We're really concentrating on those muscles. Keep breathing. Core is nice and tight. Shoulders are down. So it's just a small pelvic tilt. It's just a small motion. You can bend more into your squat if that feels good for you. But really the the motion is all happening here in the pelvis and really stretching out the muscles of the low back. All right, we're going to roll that up. Now we're going to do a high crescent lunge. So we're stepping back with the right foot into a high lunge, right? We don't have to go low. So in our crescent lunge, the heel stays up off the floor. We're going to bring the arms up overhead and we're going to move into a slight back bend. So our body then kind of forms the shape of a crescent. So find the spot that feels good for you, and then we're just going to relax there. You can move a little bit side to side, stretch side to side if that feels good for you. Also challenges your balance a little bit. Keep breathing. Core is nice and tight. Shoulders are down out of the ears. So we're stretching out the hips, front of the hip, stretching out the muscles in the back. You can feel a nice calf stretch in this position as well. Keep breathing. And again, you can move a little bit, stretching side to side to increase the stretch. All right, now we're just going to take this directly to the other side. So we're stepping back with the left leg, high crescent lunge, bringing the arms up overhead. So still in your lunge, your knee stays over the foot. We're just moving into a slight back bend, whatever feels good for you today. And if having the arms up overhead is a bit too much today, just take them out. Getting still a nice stretch through the hips and through the back of this left leg. Again, you can stretch a little bit side to side to increase the intensity of the stretch a little bit. Keep breathing. Nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Really paying attention to how your body feels, where you feel some tightness. All right, let's go ahead and roll this up. Now we're going to move into a tree pose. It's one of my favorite yoga poses. So we'll start by bringing our weight to the right foot. We're going to bring the left foot up. So with your bottom of your foot against the leg, you can have it at your calf. You can bring it all the way up to your inner thigh. Whatever works for you today and your balance. Knee stays opened out. Core is nice and tight. You can have the hands in prayer position, down at your hips, or to challenge your balance a little more, you can have them overhead. So keep breathing, nice deep breaths. Core is nice and tight. Shoulders are down. So we are stretching out our spine, stretching out our leg muscles, but in particular, we're stretching and strengthening the ligaments and tendons of our feet. And you're probably feeling your lower legs as well. Keep breathing, nice deep breaths. If you fall out of it, no big deal. Just get back up and join us. It's definitely a balance challenge. Nice deep breaths. Here we go. And now we're just going to move that to the other side. So now we're lifting the right leg. Takes a little concentration. Again, it could be at the ankle, it could be the inner thigh. Totally depends on where you are today. Hands in prayer, hands up overhead for a little bit more of a balance challenge. Core is nice and tight. You're probably feeling the muscles of that left leg, right? They are opening up. They're definitely warming up. We are helping to stretch out the muscles of our feet, which are often a little bit overlooked. So keep breathing, keep your core nice and tight. Again, if you fall, no big deal. Just get back into position whenever you're ready. Shoulders are down. Nice deep breaths. Almost there. Woo, almost falling over. Really elongate your spine, stretching up toward the sky. All right, let's come out of that. Now we're going to do some more sun salutations. Bringing the arms up, reaching overhead, really elongating the spine. And then we're going to forward fold down toward the ground. To whatever extent feels good for you today. And we're going to bend back up, roll that back up, reaching up to the sky and back to a forward fold. So we're folding forward with a flat back. You can bend the knees as much as you need to help you to get down to the floor. And then rolling that up. Do that a couple more times, reaching up, forward fold, nice flat back. Again, bending the knees if you need to. And rolling up. Just flowing at your own pace, whatever feels good for you today. Keep breathing, core is nice and tight. We're stretching out the muscles of the back of the legs, stretching out the muscles of the spine. One more time. Forward fold, bending, stretching everything out. And roll that up. That was our final stretch. So now we're going to reach up to the sky, really elongate the spine. Bring the hands down in front of the heart. Thank you, body. Thank you so much for continuing to work hard. And thank you so much for joining me today. And if you enjoyed this stretch, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you again for our next workout.